Hello beautiful people, I am Ree from mummyof4.com. Welcome back to my channel and a very special vlog because this morning I got invited for my COVID-19 vaccination and I'm going to get it this afternoon. So I thought I would pick up my camera, vlog the experience and share it with you. Now I'm just going to pop you guys down here. There we go. So I can talk properly. It started when I had a DM on Instagram, followed by quite a few other people saying similar things, that they are also parents of children with autism, or some were carers of children with other disabilities or difficulties, some were carers of elderly people, and they said that they were eligible for the COVID-19 vaccination early, and that I would probably be too. Until I had these messages, it literally didn't even occur to me. So a few days ago, I had a look on the government website, which redirected me to the Welsh website, which redirected me to my local health board website, where I filled out a rather long form with all my details in it. It asked me quite a lot of questions and I sent it off and I thought, well, if it gets approved, then great. So then this morning, I got a text message saying to call a number and they were going to try and book me in for an appointment to get vaccinated next Tuesday. Today is Friday. So I called the number. The number was very, very busy. So I had to phone it, I'm gonna say 50 times. It was quite a lot of times. I literally had to, it was engaged, I had to just press back. The same way I have to when I try and get through to my GP first thing in the morning when I need an appointment for my children. So after calling all those times, I got connected and then there were 15 people in front of me in the queue. But then when I finally got through to speak to an actual human, they said that if I was able to go today, they had 3 appointments today. So I jumped at that chance and I booked it in. Then they needed quite a few other bits of information from me. So they needed to verify who I was and that they were speaking to the person that the text had gone to. The text was quite specific. It shared a phone number that said that it was sent to me specifically and that I wasn't to share that phone number with anyone else. So the phone number was literally just for the people that had received the text. It is also important to note that it is going to vary from health board to health board. Each health board is kind of organising it themselves. So I'm not sure how consistent it'll be. So if your experience has been different to this, let me know in the comments how you found it. Anyway, so they wanted to know good few questions. She wanted to know if I was waiting on the results of a COVID test. I'm not. If I'd had a positive COVID test, I think she said within the last 28 days. I haven't. It's currently April and I actually had COVID before Christmas. If you want to hear the full story about that, there is a full video explaining my whole experience. Long story short, I was quite poorly. I wasn't poorly enough to be hospitalised, but I was feeling really very unwell and really struggling to just do normal things for a good couple of weeks. And it was a full month before I felt like I had anywhere near my normal levels of energy back. Anyway, go and check out that video later if you want to hear that whole story. So the other thing she asked me before she could book in my test, she asked if I was well. I am pretty well. I can't remember. It was literally, I should have written it down actually, shouldn't I? I think that was all she asked me. If I remember anything else, I'll mention it later in the vlog. So anyway, she booked me in. I'm going to be leaving for it very shortly. Obviously I'll have to take a mask and sanitizer, things we have to take everywhere we go. I have to take the text message, which is fine because that'll just be on my phone. I wouldn't leave the house without my phone anyway. And I have to also take some photo ID. So I'm going to take my driver's license with me, obviously to prove who I am. And before I leave, some very sensible people on Instagram pointed out that I'm wearing a long sleeve top and I'm going to need to be jabbed in the arm. The advice that people have been sending me in DMs is to get it in my non-dominant arm, which makes sense. So I'm right-handed, I shall ask them to jab it in my left arm. That way if I get a bit of feeling a bit achy or bruising, that's fine. Some people said to take paracetamol before I go. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do or whether I'll bother. I don't know if I've got any paracetamol in the house. I think I've got cold and flu tablets. So if I'm feeling a bit rubbish later or tomorrow, then I've got those. Some people have messaged me already to ask, am I worried about having any side effects? To be honest, I felt so rubbish when I actually had COVID. It can't be that bad. And if I get a reaction to this, it just means the vaccine's working. I'm so lucky to be able to be offered this vaccine. I think it would be really wrong of me to turn it down. I need to be well enough to look after my children. I have 4 children. If you're new around here, I have 4 children. 2 of them have autism. One of them has moderate level autism. The other one has high levels of autism. So they have lots of additional needs and they really rely on me. We don't have much in the way, anything in the way really of support. sort of from extended family or anything. So it's just myself and my husband. I work full time, he works full time, and we juggle the children between us. So I need to be well for them. So I'm really glad I'm able to go and get this vaccine. Lots of my friends and family have already been vaccinated. My husband's been vaccinated. You probably saw that over on my Instagram or perhaps on his Instagram. He was vaccinated because he's a little bit older than me. Quite a few of my friends are NHS, so they've been vaccinated, and a few of our older relatives, in fact, all of our immediate older relatives have been double vaccinated. I think most of them have been double vaccinated. So the vaccination take up amongst people I know seems to be quite good. So I just hope that if people are being offered the vaccine, then they're going to get it, because the more people that get it, then the more it protects everyone from spreading it around and carrying it to other people and things like that. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say before I head off, while I think of it. A friend of mine sent me a link, and again, this is a local thing, so I won't link this link in this video, but do a little quick Google to see if there's something for your local area. A friend of mine sent me a link for our local area to sign up to be on the COVID vaccine reserve list, and all you've got to do is fill in all your details and be available at short notice. It's well worth doing, because they're sending out text messages and calling people up when there are no-shows for vaccinations. So rather than those vaccines going in the bin, they're going into people's arms and they're protecting the whole population. So if you haven't got yourself on one of those reserve lists yet, I didn't realise until my friend sent me this link that that was a thing. Do a little Google to see if there is a reserve list in your area, and then you can get your vaccine a little bit sooner to protect yourself and everybody else too. Right. I'm going to get changed and then I'm going to head off. What do you think, guys? Bit more sensible? At least you can get up my arm now, and it is Friday. I am feeling in quite a celebratory mood. Let's go get vaccinated. I have just arrived. Fun fact, I wear glasses to drive and at my computer, so I don't normally wear them when I'm vlogging, and I'm definitely going to have to take them off to go in, because otherwise they stay up. So any glasses wearers out there who's got any mask advice, then I'm all ears. I'm a little bit early, so I'm just very quickly going to look up if there's any advice about what you should do or the side effects or anything like that. Someone DM'd me on Instagram saying I should take paracetamol before and then after, and I don't know, so I thought I'd check the government website. So according to this, there are some side effects, common side effects: having painful arm. I didn't have that when I had the flu vaccine. I used to have the flu vaccine when I was pregnant, but not other than that. Feeling tired, headaches, aches and chills. You may have flu-like symptoms with episodes of shivering, shaking for a day or two. However, high temperature could indicate you have COVID. You can rest, take a normal dose of paracetamol to make you feel better. As I said, quite a few people have had it. Most of the people that I know that have had it have had no symptoms whatsoever. None. A handful of people have had mild tiredness and things. My husband did say he had a really achy arm for a couple of days. So I don't know whether I'll have a reaction to it. I just know whatever reaction I end up having can't be as bad as when I actually had COVID. Right, I'm masking up. I'm going in. Well, guys, that's it. Oh, mask off. Plopper. I'm vaccinated. Well, first dose vaccinated. I had the Pfizer vaccine. You don't get to choose. It's just luck of the draw. But they do a Pfizer clinic on one day and they do an AstraZeneca clinic on the other day, apparently, so they don't accidentally jab you with the wrong thing when you go back, because when you go back, you have to have the same one again. So apparently I will get a letter or a text or a call, depending how they're running it at the time, to go back for my next vaccine at some point between 4 and 12 weeks time. I'm just feeling really grateful that they've managed to create these vaccines in a fraction of the time they normally would, that so many people are able to have them, that I've been able to have it, because it protects not just the people that have had the vaccine, but then from it being spread in the wider community. So guys, if you get offered the vaccine, please go and get it done. Honestly, it was so quick, it was so efficient. Does my arm hurt? I'd say it hurts. I can feel it. It's basically the same as every other vaccine I've ever had. It doesn't feel any worse than that. I will keep filming, keep vlogging over the next few days to report if there are any symptoms. I have got a big leaflet to read through about possible symptoms. They did ask me some more they asked me the exact same side effect questions in there before giving me the vaccine that they asked me on the phone. Some of the others were, was I pregnant? I was like, no, I have 4 children already, and my husband's had the snip, so that will be a no. Do I have any blood clotting conditions? A couple more. Am I on any medication? Have I had COVID before? I did explain when I had it, and she said, well, as long as it's not within the last 28 days, that's fine. Oh, and they asked me, was I suffering from any long COVID symptoms that were being investigated? And I said, no, I wasn't, because although I did feel rough for about a month luckily it's all gone now. So I'm now going to drive home, which in itself is weird because I rarely use the car anymore between just walking to school and that's about it. I did a trip to B&M a few days ago with the children and we were like, wow, you'd swear I was taking them to Disneyland. We don't do much at the moment, but the non-essential shops and things are opening pretty soon, so exciting to do a bit of that. Not that I'm gonna feel like I can sort of lax off. Obviously everyone's still got to follow the rules, still got to wear the mask, social distance, all those kind of things, even after we've had all the doses. It just feels a bit more hopeful, doesn't it? Well guys, it's Saturday. It's the day after my vaccination and I'm pleased to report that I feel fine. I was a little tired going to bed last night. I did go to bed early, but that is probably less to do with the vaccination and more to do with the fact that I'm normally tired by the end of the week because I get up at 4:40 every weekday morning in order to work before my children get up. So that could have had something to do with it because generally by the end of the week I'm exhausted anyway. Also, sorry if it's TMI, I did get my period yesterday and I always feel a little bit kind of groggy and sleepy and run down when that happens anyway. Or yesterday, yes, I did feel a bit meh, but no more meh than I would expect to feel at the end of the week and at the beginning of my period. My arm is a little bit achy, but when I had COVID, I was aching all over. Like my hair hurt and my shins hurt and my fingers hurt. I just had like random stabbing pains all over. I know this won't last long. So obviously this arm, normal mobility. This is the one I had the injection in. So when I lift it to there, I can feel it. It's not excruciating or anything, you know, it's just uncomfortable. It wasn't too uncomfortable to lie on. It was just like I'm aware of it. It's just a little bit tender, that's all. But really not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Definitely not enough to make me regret having it any way, shape or form. So I will carry on reporting back over the next few days, but so far, so good. Today is Sunday and I'm around about the 48-hour mark since having my vaccine. You can hear the children just watching them. They're playing in the garden. They are being very loud. The sun is lovely. So I'm going to go out there and join them in a second. But before I do that, I just wanted to update you on side effects. I'm really pleased to say Pfizer vaccine, one I've had, I personally haven't really had any significant side effects. Okay, my arm, it's really not as bad as it was yesterday. It wasn't even that bad yesterday, but today I've got a lot more mobility in it and okay, I'm aware of it when it gets to there, but it really, I think hurt would be a bit overkill describing how it feels. So that's a very, very minimal side effect. I haven't felt flu-y. Like I said, I did feel a bit tired on Friday, but I really do think that was due to other things. So all in all, I have positive things to report and I'm just really glad I managed to get vaccinated. So let me know in the comments if you've been called for your vaccine, if you know which one you're having, how many people you know have actually managed to get vaccinated yet. So I hope you're all managing to stay really safe and well, and are managing to do what I'm about to do, which is go out and enjoy a little bit of sunshine. So thanks so much for watching. If you have liked this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for lots of other vlogs and home organisation, speed cleaning, hauls, that kind of thing, kind of content. My latest video is just here. Another video you might like is just down here. See you guys soon. Bye.